When I was a child in the UK, acid rain seemed to be in the news a lot, and I really perceived it as this intense ecological threat. It's kind of like this childlike idea that the rain was going to sort of fall and melt your face off. The exhibition is called On Venus. It is one whole installation that was made very specifically for this gallery. But there's also maybe the sense that the building itself is breaking, the seams are splitting, and what is leaking out is corrosive. All of the lighting system has been modified to be a kind of acidic, acrid, kind of toxic yellow. Venus, the planet, is considered a sister planet to Earth that is completely inhospitable. More broadly in the exhibition, I was trying to, I think, articulate the world around me seems normal, but things are absolutely not okay. This is something many of us have experienced at many points. The idea of describing this state as being on Venus began to become like a useful strategy. Also, as a trans person, it's a particular articulation of a feeling of dysphoria or a feeling of dislocation. My background is perhaps more in performance. I think then that just becomes about the live encounter and the body in space. Things as simple as a reflective flooring or the temperature of a space or shifting light throughout the day, these for me are choreographic strategies. In the exhibition, there are a number of etchings that depict a particular news story that kind of tabloid newspapers began to report that Ian Huntley was planning to transition from male to female. Evil child murderer desires wigs, demands stockings. It's sort of peak sensationalism. These news stories were found to be entirely fabricated. There are a number of etchings that depict these front pages or these headlines, but then also the retractions, or the instances where the stories were just completely deleted. And so for me, this became a really clear example of the ways that the media currently in the UK really uses anxieties around the lives of incarcerated people, the lives of trans people, public spending, public institutions to really reinforce social and sexual norms. My day-to-day studio practice is not really made up that much of like me sketching in a sketchbook. It's normally made up of conversations, of encounters with other people. It feels deeply collaborative. I try not to have any predetermined sense of how someone visiting the exhibition should feel. I think it's a really particular and it's a really generative kind of space to be in, but I'm aware that it's not necessarily one that's comfortable.